Now I'm going to show you a really cool plugin that we can use to actually fill the data for these services over here. So let's go ahead and switch to plugins, open up manage plugins, and then let's go ahead and do browse all plugins. And I'm interested in this Google Sheet Sync option here. If you can't find it, search Google Sheets Sync right here. Go ahead and install it. This plugin's super cool, and I think it will be handy for your future projects as well. All right, so once you've installed that and you're back in here, we want to actually go back to our components tab here. So go ahead and follow along with what we're doing here. Go to the store name and change the text here to do a hashtag sign or a pound sign like this, and then do store underscore name. And then for the dollar icon here, go ahead and name it total underscore price. Make sure you put that hashtag or the pound key here. Change this one to date with a hashtag before, and then status will be hashtag status. And I'll tell you why that's important in just a second. Once you've renamed, just go ahead and double check that you didn't make any typos in there. And while we're in here, I just want to do one last thing. Go into here for your store name and make sure to stretch it all the way to maybe right over here. And just to make sure the same thing with the date. I think that looks good. I want to select my date and status and bring them a couple pixels down. And also let me go ahead and I feel like we should move these up and center them along my component here. So let's group them together and then use a vertical line. I think that looks better. So now if I go back here, yeah, that looks way better. Now watch this. Select your services frame, go to plugins, and then do Google Sheet Sync. Go ahead and enter this link, which is in the resources for this lesson. So go ahead and take a moment to download that, get this link from that text file and input it into here. I've already gone ahead and made this sheet, this Google Sheet with sample data. So I'll show you in a second what that looks like. So if you actually open it up, you'll see I've put together this little Google Sheets with my data, with my store names, a couple dates, some prices, and some status and random items. This is all random data just to help us generate our screen. So with this Google Sheets, go ahead and use the link again, input it here, and then go ahead and choose update the current page only, and then use fetch and sync. As you can see here, our page is now completed. It's gone ahead and used that Google Sheets and generated this page for us. Of course, that's why we need to rename our fields so that this plugin will know what to grab from where. So yeah, be sure to read their documentation. You can do so by going to Google Sheet Sync and then clicking this little information icon down here where you can actually access their documentation and then see how you can use this for your own projects and set up your own Google Sheets. But I found that pretty cool, and that's why I wanted to include it in this lesson and tell you guys that you could do something like this. Plugins that you have access to are super powerful, so take advantage of them to generate your designs and save yourself a ton of time. So with that, I think our pages are pretty much all done here. Now we're going to come back and learn a bunch of other things. I know at this point you already have a lot of knowledge about Figma, and hopefully you're able to actually use this and apply all you've learned to your own designs. And really that's all this course is about, is to experiment with different tools that Figma's given you to generate some really nice designs. So before we wrap up this mock-up here, we're going to come back to it and do a bunch of things to make it even better. So I'll see you in the next lesson.